Winter has a way of testing both comfort and resilience. Soldiers on the Western Front faced brutal cold with limited supplies, no central heating and constant exposure. What they developed out of necessity can still be applied today, especially if you're dealing with winter power outages, high heating costs, or simply want a historically proven cold weather setup. If this kind of practical history matters to you, take a moment to like the video and subscribe to Living Through the Seasons. Now, let's get straight to the methods. Reducing the heated space was the first line of defense in WWI shelters. Soldiers learned quickly that warming a large space was wasteful. In your bedroom, the goal is to shrink the area your body must heat. WWI troops used inner tents and dugout partitions to trap warmth. You can do the same by isolating your sleeping area. Close off unused parts of the room with thick blankets, quilts, or spare mattresses stood upright. Hanging a wool blanket from a curtain rod or rope to create a smaller sleeping alcove reduces heat loss dramatically. This mirrors how trench troops slept inside canvas-lined bays rather than open dugouts. Layering insulation under and around the body mattered more than heavy top coverings. Cold from below was a major killer in WWI winters. Soldiers stuffed straw, wood shavings, newspapers and spare uniforms under their bedding to block ground chill. At home, place folded blankets, rugs, or even flattened cardboard under your mattress or sleeping pad. This creates a thermal break that stops heat transfer to the cold floor. Around the bed, roll towels or spare clothing along the edges where cold air pools, replicating the draft-blocking techniques used in trench bunks. Fabric choice determined survival, not comfort. World War I. Winter survival relied on wool, canvas and layered cotton rather than modern synthetics. Wool retained warmth even when damp and breathed enough to prevent sweat freeze. In your bedroom, prioritize wool blankets, heavy cotton quilts and flannel sheets. Avoid slick synthetic throws that trap moisture. If you lack wool, layering multiple cotton blankets with a dense outer layer works the same way soldiers layered uniforms under greatcoats. Draft control, turned unlivable shelters into bearable ones. Frontline engineers, they focused on sealing air gaps rather than just adding heat. And back at home, folks would block drafts at doors and windows using rolled blankets, coats, or even towels. Cover windows with thick fabric, leaving a small air gap between the glass and the cloth to create insulation, just as trench huts used double-wall canvas systems. This alone can, raise the perceived room temperature by several degrees without any heat source. Body heat management was treated as a resource, not a given. World War I manuals, they stressed eating before sleep and avoiding overheating. A warm meal before bed boosts your core temperature naturally. Sleep in dry layers only, changing out of daytime clothing if it's damp. Soldiers knew that moisture killed warmth faster than cold air ever could. Keep spare dry socks near the bed and, switch them before sleeping. These methods are simple, proven, and grounded in real historical practice. They work whether you're preparing for winter storms, reducing energy use, or studying historical survival systems. If this guide helped sharpen your understanding of cold weather resilience, do subscribe to Living Through the Seasons, share this with someone facing winter right now, and, well, keep these lessons alive.